It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is 3 professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm one of your co-hosts. My name is Josh. I'm joined by another co-host. He will introduce himself in just a second with an answer to a question. It's a Christmas question. Merry Christmas. This is being released. This is coming out on Christmas. Merry Christmas. I hope that you are listening with your entire family. Put it on during the celebration. And tell everybody to shut up and listen to the good show. Okay? We got a Christmas gift from a listener. What do you think it was? Caleb.
Question.
We got a Christmas gift from a listener. What do you think it was? Gabe.
A puppy.
You're both wrong.
Ooh.
We got a Christmas gift of a poem from a listener. And we're going to get to that.
Okay.
But it's not top of our list of priorities. We have primarily, I think it's kind of it's an important Christmas question. It is Christmas oriented, and it is from
or Christmas ornamented.
It's from longtime listener and contributor and friend of the podcast, Justin. And it's kind of a George Bailey situation. I mean, that's the way it seems to me.
Hey guys, I got the blues this Christmas season, and I was wondering, my question is, can you guys cheer me up this Christmas? Follow-up question, what are the essentials for a Christmas party? Thirdly, would you guys mind writing me a Christmas poem? Thanks, guys. I always appreciate. Merry Christmas. Love you. Miss you. Bye now.
Love you, miss you too, Justin.
Love you, miss you. Really want to kiss you, Justin.
Do you have anything on that, Caleb?
For Justin?
Yeah. Yeah, the thing we just heard. Didn't have a response?
Wow. I mean, my response is, first question is, can we cheer him up?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Done with. Second question, essentials for a party. Christmas party, eggnog.
Eggnog is what I was going to say too.
Eggnog.
And then I guess that's just one thing. So decorations, eggnog.
Yeah. What are the essentials? Without these, we would call them sine qua non, without which not.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
on that, with that in mind.
Wait, I had more.
Oh, okay. Well, keep going.
I'm
then.
just going to go through all these.
Well, seems to be the way you're taking it. Is you're just going to answer all the questions.
Caleb's adopting a no nonsense approach.
I got to
in the
do
new
it.
year.
We got to get through this. This has got to be a quick
We
episode.
got to do this. We got to get through this. That's okay. That might just work for
A poem?
one of the questions.
Well, but
Yeah.
see, the trick is you have to be smart when you ask these questions. And some people are asking questions while they're dumb.
yeah.
And the issue here is that he's asked, can we do these things? And the simple answer is yes. And
Yep.
so he asked if we could write him a poem.
Yeah.
And of course we could.
Doesn't mean we're gonna.
No.
Right.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
So
you're
you have
saying
to
it
be
should have been
smarter
you
to
should
get
have
the
used-
actual poem or get us to cheer you up.
right. Can is a simple interrogative, and you need something more on the order of a subjunctive, like would.
Would
Would you write me?
Would
a
you
poem?
write me a poem?
Would you please write me a poem?
Yeah.
Can. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll let you ask another.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I learned early on, and but he must not have.
He hasn't learned
So
it.
we've got him. We owned him.
Feels good. I mean, I hope that this episode so far has given you a real feeling of Christmas cheer. just to have someone
Yeah.
sort of open-handedly say, "I'm feeling bad,"
Yeah.
and then for you to just be mean to his questions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I'm not being mean. I'm just, taking him literally. What
You're-
else are we supposed to do?
Absolutely right.
If we go off on all these questions and trying to figure out what they actually want from us,
Right.
I think it's pretty obvious
his question
what he
begs
wants.
an answer.
I feel like the questions
Yeah.
actually do reveal quite a lot about what he desires from us.
Yeah.
Well, he's asking about our ability to do these things, in which we can simply answer yes. We haven't formed the relationship where now he's asking us to cheer him up. He's just wondering if we could.
Right.
And I guess if our answer was no, then he wouldn't ask us to do it.
Yeah. This is probably, I would imagine, the way that Caleb handles his children.
Right. I was
Oh,
going to say
yeah.
it really
Just
smacks
this-
of the, like, can I go to the bathroom energy of, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you mean may you go to the bathroom?
Or Dad, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
hungry.
Right.
I'm Dad.
My children have learned how to get around that.
How do you get around
They
it?
say, Dad, I feel hungry. And I
Yeah.
say, well, what's
and you
that-
say,
You
Is
say,
that
well,
smooth?
leave him alone.
yeah.
yeah. Is that smooth? Is it hungry smooth? Or
How do you get out of his cage?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good name
a
for a
good
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
My next dog.
Hungry, my dog, and thirsty, my cat.
Yeah. This cat thirsty.
It's true. Hungry for attention,
Yeah.
Yep.
and just, I guess cats are thirsty.
Cats are for milk.
Yes.
It's pretty much their number one trait. Cats
Yeah.
thirsty for milk.
Thirsty for milk.
That's so Justin, you're welcome. Seems in order.
Feels like we dealt with it
I mean, I
pretty completely.
I had prepared for
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
if you
one of the
happen
things.
to have
That's-
written a poem, then that's
I did.
not a
I
big
did,
deal.
but I did want to
Yeah.
mention that I think the other essential for a Christmas party is the date. You have to pick a date around Christmas. If you're trying to
Yeah.
throw a Christmas party in March,
Yeah.
you're doing it in the wrong month.
One
Try
exception.
December.
One exception.
What's that?
July.
Christmas, and that's why I avoided actually using that as an example, because Christmas in July is
Acceptable.
a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from. Do we know the origins?
I don't know the
Consumerism.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just another opportunity to sell.
Sell greeting cards.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas in July.
I hate these capitalist structures.
Yeah.
Let's tear them down. But
Wow.
actually, let's keep them going. Even though they are flawed, let's keep them going until something better comes along.
Right.
That doesn't
doesn't
look like
smell like doo doo.
doesn't smell like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, so that would be the thing I would recommend, Justin, if you're thinking about having a Christmas party. I am also a big proponent of waiting until after Christmas because of the whole Advent thing. It's good to have
You
that.
have those 12 days.
And you have 12 days of Christmas.
Fill 'em up.
Fill them up. You usually, I don't know. A lot of people have different work schedules, but sometimes it slows down for folks over those 12 days. So, yeah, do something fun in there.
Yeah. That's good. That's a really good point.
Thanks.
I think a reindeer hat essential for
Essential.
a Christmas party essential.
So you're saying that only one of the 3 Christmas parties I've been to so far this season have been actual Christmas parties.
I mean, the question, yes. I mean, my definition is that there's not a reindeer hat.
Reindeer hat.
What are we doing?
Then what are we even doing here? I think you also have to have bad Christmas sweaters.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I have a good one, which is Santa Claus's face.
That doesn't work.
What's that?
It's good.
Well, it's a good bad one.
Oh, okay.
And you'll see why. If you'll just
No,
wait
that's
a
fine. Thank you for
second.
clarifying. Well, because you said I think bad Christmas sweaters are essential, and
Yeah.
then you said I have a
I have
good one,
I
and
know.
I was like,
I
that's
feel-
not applicable.
I feel like you've
actually
been talking to
side with
Caleb.
Gabe.
I know you do.
Listen,
Of course.
and Caleb siding with me, is that causing me to question my whole
It's-
approach? Definitely.
I have a bad
Thank
Christmas
you.
sweater.
Can I just say
and it's-
thanks to Gabe for doing that so I didn't have to this time?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to talk about my Christmas sweater, which is Santa Claus's face, but then the eyes are cut out, so my nipples are the eyes. I'm just trying to get to talk about it. And you
I
guys,
guess it is kind of. I mean, I'm still surprised that you would describe that as a good one
Yeah.
in any.
well,
this
it's very
season-
bad.
In this season, his eyes are kind of pointy too.
Yeah.
They're not as pointy as they'd normally be. It's very warm and seasonably warm.
Yeah, that's true.
But definitely,
Yeah.
definitely some
Yeah.
peaks starting to form.
Yeah, that would be true if I wasn't wearing a coat when
Yeah.
I'm out of doors. And then you go inside and it's nice and warm, especially at a Christmas party.
And
Yeah.
then Santa's eyes begin to droop.
And I have actually heard you talk about this before, and that you think your favorite part about this sweater is that it really shows off your Peaky Blinders.
But then I also had some things I wanted to talk about with just that initial question. I think that this podcast will cheer Justin up, like we said. But it's not like it's going to be the whole thing will be cheering him up.
No,
There's a percentage. I would say it's about 25%, maybe a little under 25%. We'll cheer him up.
Yeah.
It's like you have to know if you add salt to like a dessert,
Yeah.
it kind of helps define the sweetness.
Right.
That's
Right,
one
so
way to
like-
think about it.
Okay.
My preferred way is to think about a moat around a castle.
Say no more.
I mean, you're going to for me, I'm just, once again, it looks like you and Gabe are on similar
Well,
wavelengths.
Simpatico.
Part of the reason you build a moat around a castle
Uh-huh.
is so the castle looks big.
Right. Gotcha. So we take 25% of something that's cheering somebody up, and then that's the moat around the castle.
Yeah.
And makes the rest of it look like it's actually entertaining.
No, the castle is the enjoyment.
Okay.
And then 75% of the podcast is a big moat.
Okay.
You dig around so they go, oh no, I don't feel very good.
Alligators?
That must be what's
Alligators,
That
for
must
sure.
be for sure the part of the podcast that's preventing people from getting into it.
Yeah, that could be
Yeah.
a tagline.
Yeah.
All moat.
25% moat.
No, I thought it was
No,
75.
I'm sorry. 75%
75%.
moat.
25% podcast, 75% moat. Try to siege.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Good luck getting into our little tower, standing in a one tower on one little small island in the middle of a huge moat.
And sometimes it's like we're pulling up the ladders too. We're knocking
yeah.
them down off the walls.
Yeah.
We're just trying to keep it as
we're- yeah.
inaccessible as possible.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, because if we weren't doing these things, people would be going nuts.
When
They
there's
would be
not a
going
lot of
crazy
room at
for
the top of the
podcast.
tower.
Right.
There's not very much room. It's about the width of a man.
Yeah. And it keeps the populace inside the castle very pure.
Yes. Yep, and they're stacked on each other one by one, going up the tower like a Pez dispenser
Yep.
of people.
Or like the little alien guys in Toy Story.
That too.
But if you're upset around Christmas, there are things you can do. You can take some cod liver oil. I would recommend that.
Yes.
Get some cod liver oil. Get, as Andrew Huberman tells us, sunlight in your eyes first thing in the morning. Get those electrons into your eyeballs and do some exercise. Take a walk. You got to do that stuff.
Sucks, but you do.
You do, because I mean, we just can't afford
No.
to lose a Justin,
No.
you know?
Yeah, I agree. I want to keep Justin
Yeah.
around.
I mean,
I'd actually like to keep him a lot closer to me.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'd like for that to be the understanding that I'm keeping him.
We're talking about putting together a relocation package for Justin, just so he can be closer to where the podcast is made. So we're thinking about moving him and his family.
Yeah, we've got a special idea for where he can live too.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not so that he can be on the podcast, like holding a mic in the room.
Oh, no.
He'll still be just emailing voice memos
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
but we'll know that they're happening on the various streets and roads in our fine city.
Near us, yeah, that the sound of his windshield wipers is often heard in his voice memos. Must be raining
Oh,
where he is.
I know when I'm listening for the comforting tick tock of a turn signal
Yeah, which I do prefer over the other TikTok.
of Chinese owned media
Well,
companies.
China owns
Yeah.
my turn signals.
Really?
Yeah, they're farming all of my turning data. And they're going to use it to bring down the U.S. government.
Oh, he like a left.
Yeah. That sounded
more.
that was a
Japanese.
really good Japanese accent. Wasn't good Chinese accent.
I didn't say it was a Chinese guy.
That's true.
Hold on. So this is it's
It's a Japanese guy
that
reading the
works for-
Chinese data.
Yes.
Okay.
He like a left.
Okay. It is really not sound. It sounds more like one of the
left.
one of the viceroys from Phantom Menace. Is that legal?
What? Well, as it should.
I think we're on to you, George.
You know, like a light.
Can I read my poem?
I would be glad to hear
Okay.
your poem. Gabe.
Here's Justin's Xmas poem. Sorry you're feeling Christmas blue. Twist my arm. I'll write a poem for you. To be honest, I'm working out of guilt. For real, my rage is fuming full tilt. That actually pissed me off, bro. This festive season, you want to go? With my closed fist, I'll bludgeon the tiniest Christmas curmudgeon. To a bloody pulp, I'll beat homie who sends in questions on repeat. Christmas blue's been pretty tough for you? Try starting the new year all black and blue.
Wow. Honestly, I think the way I was dealing with it was nicer.
I did what he asked.
I did what he asked.
He asked for a poem.
What kind
What kind of impression is that, Gabe? What kind of guy is that? Yeah.
It's a white guy.
Where'd he grow up?
Coatesville.
Yeah, Coatesville. Yeah.
Okay.
Coatesville, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I did what he asked.
That was wonderful, and one thing that I like to point out is that poetry is often different than what people sort of imagine it to be.
Sure.
So poems aren't always just about like beautiful flowers,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And yeah, they can be about just punching your friend.
Punching somebody who's been very loyal and
Yeah.
faithful and contributing to a creative effort that you're a part of.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to lay the smack down through words,
Right.
in rhyme.
You would
in
never
verse.
actually do these things.
I don't.
We'll see.
I mean, never say never. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe that might be why we want to
We're
a little
gonna
closer.
We're gonna move him here so Gabe can beat him up.
Just gonna. We'll see.
Look,
Yeah.
It's a pretty good relocation package.
yeah. There's health insurance of a kind.
We're not going to pay for movers, but we'll help you unload the truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can be very sure that your health is going to be a
Change.
certain way.
Your health will change. That's a great billboard for a hospital. Come see us. Your health
Yeah.
will change.
Yeah.
Wasn't there was one local here that was like about a knee surgery specialist, and it says like I can't go anywhere else or something. That was like the quote. Like that's not great.
A man kind of with a sad face on going, I can't go.
Yeah, I can't go. They've got me here.
They did some things to my knees.
Yeah, I came here. Now I can't go anywhere else.
They put up they geofenced my knees so they don't work outside of the hospital.
It's like they're like electromagnetically connected, and you leave the area, and they just disconnect, and you
My
just get noodle
knees
legs.
are basically shopping carts.
Oh, do they geofence shopping carts?
Yeah. So the wheels don't work anymore if you get off the property.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys ever just get
Not
that?
all of them.
You ever guys feel like do you feel ever like
Let's see. We'll find out.
when you go into a grocery store, you always get the shopping cart with the one bad wheel?
Oh, dude. I'm starting to think all of them have one bad wheel.
Yeah, I know. I feel like if I get a shopping cart that doesn't have a bad wheel, I just make one bad.
I have a poem too. It's from my perspective. It's just an expression of some things that I thought about. I'm tired of getting stuff on Christmas. Listen, I'm a man. I don't like gifts because then I have to thank you, which is uterus. Now I don't. Now this is just. I just wanted to clarify that I don't say stuff is effeminate or girly anymore. I just say that it's uterus. And then I have to write a thank you note in my finest calligraphy. And I have to say things like, "Yay, thanks so much for the divine gift. It's simply heavenly. Your gift has made me simply squeal with joy." And then I have to put on lipstick and kiss the note. Listen, I'm a man. So don't give me a gift and make me do all that. I'm over it, and it's ovary. Thanks.
A lot of people,
Yeah, that sucks.
they don't realize what they're asking when they give you a gift.
I mean, to have to write all that gay stuff and then
Yeah.
put lipstick on
Yeah.
just to give the authentic,
Yeah.
Because I know what you're talking about. you
Yeah.
know?
Just
I'm-
you'll write in very kind of flowery
Yes.
script.
Oh yeah.
You'll write out your thank you note, and it just looks wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Doesn't look right.
But what else are you supposed to do for
Yeah.
a thank you card?
yeah.
I really did appreciate that image of fine black letter calligraphy. Yay. To open the thank you note.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Yep.
Like there's a script, like a manuscript, like an illuminated manuscript. Yay.
Right.
I don't know.
No, that's
No,
funny. It's
I think
sometimes
it's
a
great.
kind of
Sometimes it's funny to think about stuff like that.
anachronistic sort of word to be used in that
But they were
script.
using it more than we are probably.
Well, they were doing a different yay.
They were saying yay and nay.
They were
Yeah.
doing a different yay.
I
It
know.
doesn't spell the same.
Doesn't it?
It doesn't spell the same?
It doesn't spell the same.
Well,
How does this word spell?
The same.
yeah, that's what I thought. You said it wasn't the same.
No, because yay. Are you talking about the yay ay?
Yay, why?
Yeah, yay.
The yay, the ay yay?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about? Isn't there a different yay? There's a
Y-E-A.
Y-E-A. Right.
Yay.
There's ye, but then there's Y-E-A, which is
Yay.
yay also.
Yay, verily.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's correct. YEA.
Yeah. E-A yay or A-A-A-Y yay?
Yeah, that's
P-I-D-D-Y.
Oh, yeah.
It's what's for dinner. Pizza.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
we have something else to get to. This is the gift that we talked about. We should is there anything else we need to kind of cinch up for Justin's question?
Oh, one thing I was going to say is I said that, capitalism smells like doo-doo.
You said capitalism does. I thought
Yeah.
maybe you were saying that communism.
Something else. Yeah, or yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, I said it doesn't, though. I mean, I said, yeah. I
You
kind
said
of
we
forget.
need a
This is your
substitute
chance
for
to-
capitalism that doesn't smell like doo-doo.
Yes. But I wanted to change that to doesn't smell like don't, because I think that's what
Right.
we should say instead.
That's
Right.
don't.
When there's a bad idea offered, you get this waft of don't
Don't.
off of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, don't do this.
Don't step in the
Don't
don't
take
don't.
that option.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's doo-doo and there's don't.
It smells like don't. Oh, I like this. It smells like doo-doo.
Like a good pizza.
Yeah, I'll take more of that. Put more of that on my plate.
Oregano.
Oregano, yes.
Oregano, yay.
Takes all three of us to make a single good joke.
Well,
I mean,
no,
really
that's not,
great joke.
That's not all it takes. It also takes about about 5 minutes.
It's an iterative process. It's called collaboration.
Yeah.
We're finding the best idea between it. The best idea is right here in the middle. I'm motioning
Yes.
to the center of sort
Yeah,
of where our
and I
energy,
am too. And
where
I
our
feel
key
something
is.
actually.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? What is
Yeah.
that?
Ooh.
That's hungry.
Ooh, it feels. Yeah, it feels hungry.
Yeah. Feels like it wants a big
Ooh,
plate of doo-doo.
yeah. Thirsty for milk. Smells like doo-doo.
Merry Christmas. So, Justin, we really hope that helped and that we fulfilled kind of all of your questions, Christmas party essentials. And what was the first one?
Can you cheer me up?
Can we cheer him up?
I
think we've done that.
I think we've done that. If
Yeah.
if don't isn't cheering you up, then you should probably call
There's-
somebody. You should probably seek further help.
Yeah. If that part smells like don't to you, then
Yeah. This is, for better or worse, the absolute best we could do.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I guess try a different podcast before you get involved in the whole
Yeah.
psychoanalysis thing.
Yeah. There are other options out there.
yeah, we took care of his questions, right? It was cheer me up, party essentials,
And then Christmas
poem.
poem.
And,
He got
okay,
two.
we got two.
He got
poems.
2 out of 3.
I can do one. I had
I'd
one.
love for you
knocking
to.
around.
I'd love for you to
This
do
is
one.
called The Sounds of Christmas.
Okay.
Ding dong, twinkle twinkle, ho ho.
I like poetry is about compression.
Just wait.
And that is so. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Okay.
It felt complete. Like
It
that
did.
felt like a full picture
felt
of
really
the
good.
season.
Well, I thought that's what I thought too, but until I was waiting for a little bit, I was like, "There's another thing to mention." Wah.
Okay, and
Didn't
it
get
just
what he
if
wanted.
you could do it again.
Okay, ding dong, twinkle twinkle, ho ho, wah.
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Sounds of Christmas.
The
Yeah.
sounds of Christmas.
The ding dong, I was like, that sounds like I'm getting mail or a package or something, which is also closely tied to Christmas.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
Also bells in general.
no, I understand. But
Ding
that's
dong
what I'm saying.
merrily on high.
I wasn't saying, oh, ding dong, that doesn't sound like a bell. It sounds like somebody ringing my doorbell. That's still a bell.
I think that's
Yeah.
an alarm clock waking you up, letting you know, hey, it's time for
It's
Christmas.
Time to go open
time.
up presidents.
to go put on your sweater.
Time to
Yeah.
go
With
put
the
on your
nipples
Christmas
cut out.
sweater.
That's right.
Well, its eyes
Enjoy
cut
Christ-
out. It's actually the eyes are cut out.
Sorry, yeah, the nipples aren't cut out. The nipples are definitely still there.
They're there.
Santa Claus is well. That I didn't mention
And I-
that, but that is actually
Yeah.
it's Santa Claus's face, but then his body is real small at the bottom of the sweater, and you can't see his nipples.
You can see Santa Claus's nipples. Okay, one other question I had for you though about that is:
Yeah.
do the nipples follow you?
Around the room.
Everywhere you go in the
Looks
room.
like
Yeah.
Santa Claus is looking at you.
Everywhere I go,
Yes.
these nipples are looking at me.
Yeah. It's people. I'm not sure that that's what people are referring to, but they say that it's disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and nice little added bonus.
Right.
Right.
Is got a cat, thirsty for milk, loves that sweater.
But people do say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but that's not true for Josh. His nipples are.
Yes.
Let's get to our Christmas gift that one of our listeners gave us, and it is a poem. And this is a poem from Joy. It's fun to get a purely text submission. We usually
Wow.
get, audio.
Yeah.
And this is not audio. It's just a piece of poetry in print. So let's hear it now. I think this is the title. Thanks, AAT. Thank you, Advanced Answering Techniques, for answering my questions weekly. It's been a pleasant and helpful time, even if a bit strange. My life is so much easier now thanks to your good advice. I wear my earbuds all the time, just like you said, and scream at my kids if they ask questions. No more questions for me now. I insult the ladies at our school to practice good manners. It's come in handy because no one talks to me anymore. And like you said, good riddance. There's countless other helpful tips I've learned from you this past year, but I wanted to say thank you, Advanced Answering Techniques, for giving me a personality people now fear. It's what I've always wanted. It's a dream come true. All thanks to you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Wow. I mean, that is a gift to the knowing that we've impacted somebody's life in this way is very rewarding,
Yeah.
I would say.
Super.
That part is rewarding.
You don't set out on a project like this, like what we've done.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have that as the goal, right? Because the
actually-
goal is to like make money, become famous,
Right.
Yes.
do all sorts of cool stuff related to that. But
Yeah.
the side benefit could be ruining somebody's personality.
Yeah, or giving them the strength that they need to ruin their personality themselves.
Right.
Right.
Right. We're presenting the options, the different pills.
And the ruining your personality is actually, it's just one part of the step, right? Or am I missing something here? Do we have a follow-up?
Like, what do you mean? Like, that's all we wanted
Where
to
do
do
we
was
go?
ruin Joy's personality, or did we want something else to
Where do we
happen?
go from here?
Okay. Well, I think it's sort of like, we bought this house and, there's been a lot of updates throughout the years that don't look so good. It doesn't work so good, but it's got good bones.
You got to take it down
So
to
let's
the
take
studs.
it down to the studs.
That's
Where-
actually what happened to me when I bought a zoo. I knew the zoo had good bones. It didn't look like I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a failed zoo,
Yeah.
and so there were a lot of bones.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that. Yeah.
And they completely left that out of the adaptation of your story with Matt Damon
Oh,
that
yeah.
they made.
Totally. They didn't talk
Completely
about
glossed over
They
it.
glossed over the bones.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Which was crazy because I read your memoir about that and I
Yeah.
was like, this is mostly bones. Like it shouldn't actually be called We Bought a Zoo. It should be called We Bought Some Bones.
We bought a bunch
Right.
of bones.
We bought a bunch of bones.
Parentheses, they happen to be in a zoo.
Right.
Or something.
And the book was it was an amazing read, but it was mainly Caleb walking into an animal pen and being like,
Yeah.
and there were bones.
And it was
Yeah.
it just
these
kind of
kinds of
these
bones
were-
here.
there were
these
big-
kinds of bones there.
it does kind of blur into just a list of different bones
Yeah,
at
which-
a certain point.
And listeners, longtime listeners, may realize that I kind of am an expert on bones. When we talk about bones, I'm one of the guys we talked to. We did talk about how scientists discovered the biggest bone ever
Right.
in a human body. That was a recent discovery.
It was the unknown
Also,
bone.
the unknown bone that was discovered, biggest bone
Right.
that the people didn't know about for a long time. And then we've also talked about how human body is not just bones, clarifying that
Right.
common
Sure.
misconception that human body is not just bones.
And that was a teachable moment for me.
For me, at the zoo that I bought, all the animals' bodies were just bones.
Right. And it was confusing for you for a while.
I was
you
trying
were
to
like,
figure it
hold on,
out.
are our bodies just bones?
We
Because-
just the zoo is full of bones.
But then you realize that you remembered an important element, which is we're not animals.
right.
Right.
And animals are just bones.
We do know that for a fact now.
At this point, we
Yeah.
can say,
Many animals are just bones. We could at least say that.
sure.
Most of the animals that have ever existed are just bones.
Yeah. If that.
If that.
Why were we talking about
Sorry, you
We were
were
just
talking
talking
about a
about-
home and how you bought a home and the house
Yes.
has good bones, and this is Joy's personality.
We've
We've
helped
yes.
Joy take her. She's the one doing the work. She's taking her personality down to the studs.
Yes.
And that's
Now we can rebuild.
now we can rebuild.
We can rebuild and we can use
We've built back better.
we can use awesome Pergo.
Hey, I like that.
Hopefully get some nice gray Pergo in there,
Mm-hmm.
some white walls, like a terrifying modern sink that you're like,
Where should the water go?
Not where you think
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah, it's the kind of sink that's just flat with
Yeah.
this faucet.
Yeah. You're like, what? I can't play with any of my toys in this.
I'm gonna have to change all my sink toys now.
Different flat toys.
Yeah,
Huh.
what?
My
Bowl
boats?
toys now, so I have a sink.
Hang on.
Yeah.
How am I gonna play?
I bought this house, but now how am I gonna play with my sink toys?
Now my GI Joes just take showers.
There's no bathing. Why even put a scuba suit on if you're showering?
Joy's gift to us is really about sort of what we've given to her. and to have been involved in that and giving her the tools that she needs to take her personality down to the studs to become terrifying to other people, her children primarily, and her fellow mothers. It's just an honor to be part of that, and that is a great gift back to that. I feel a great gift
Yes.
back to us.
Yes. Yeah, there's some problems with it, though, don't we know?
With with the gift.
I don't like to look a gift horse in the mouth, but I do. But sometimes you're like, is it even a horse?
Right. Sometimes
Right.
you have to look a gift poem in its structure, its
Yeah.
meter, and rhyme scheme.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, it is tricky if you, because okay, let's say you don't like to look a gift horse in the mouth,
Right.
but you would like to see if you could, and you look at the horse and where is the mouth?
Right.
Is it even a horse if it doesn't have a
Right.
mouth?
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
I mean it's a huge part of a horse.
I'd say so.
it's huge.
If you got a horse without a mouth,
Right.
that's crazy.
That's like having Julia Roberts without a mouth.
Right.
If you got a mouthless Julia Roberts,
She's not going anywhere.
You'd say this isn't even a horse.
She's not even playing herself in Ocean's 12.
No. If you got a Sarah Jessica Parker without a mouth, is that even a horse?
That's hard to say because there's other horsey things about these people.
Like what? I mean,
Always
I know what they are.
Wearing a saddle, living in a barn.
They have they've got a whole entourage, and one of them's a farrier.
Yeah, they have metal shoes that are nailed to their feet.
their strange lack of toes and fingers.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention oat bags. Just
Oh,
big
yeah.
bags of oats. Just for feed bags,
Yeah.
But that's making me enjoy Christmas so much, is getting this great gift from Joy.
Yeah, even if it kind of
Even if it's not,
it says it's one thing, but it acts like a different thing.
yeah, it's just not quite. It's not what I would generally think of as a poem. Like you mentioned, Caleb, structure.
Yeah.
It could have just been you just said, "Here's a nice letter."
Yeah.
Like
or a
that's
little story
a
about, just an anecdote about something that happened with the podcast. But yeah, it's not exactly a poem, and I'm not sure exactly where your idea of this kind of thing being a poem would come from.
Well,
Like,
the
why
trick is it's a little bit crazy out there in poetry land. People are doing all kinds of different things,
Yeah.
which we can admit, but you got to know the rules
and yeah,
before you can break.
before you can break the rules.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is one thing, is we have always talked about what the rules of poetry are before we do our poems.
Yeah.
Like we and I don't mean on the podcast. We just talk about it.
Yeah.
between
Obviously not
between
on
ourselves.
the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. We just have a little discussion about, okay, so remember some of the rules of poems.
Yeah, and I
Right.
guess that Joy hadn't heard that part of the podcast that wasn't
Yeah,
recorded,
that
so she
wasn't
just had no idea.
She didn't know that.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's on her, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Well, but also I'd say in our poems frequently there are the ghosts of rules. You can kind of see a negative space
Yeah.
where we're sort of reacting to we're breaking some rules.
Haunted poetry.
Yes.
Haunted by the rules of the past.
Haunted by meter and rhyme,
Ooh.
enjambment, prosody.
Go on.
That's pretty much it.
The restless spirit of assonance.
Assonance and consonance, yes, these absolutely have to be. I would say, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the rules of poetry.
Have you guys ever been to that poetry convention? Assonance and consonants poetry convention?
I've always wanted to go.
Yeah,
you're-
I haven't picked up
you're-
my tickets for AskCon yet. I haven't.
Yeah, I went to
But-
one AskCon
but-
and man, it was poetic, but it wasn't
I haven't gotten
like what I thought it was.
I haven't gotten
going
my
to.
tickets for it yet. But I left some space in my stocking. If Santa Claus is listening, somebody's nipples perked up.
Yeah.
To see the room.
Yeah.
I am imagining these eyes move independently.
Like a chameleon. That's weird.
A chameleon with a beard.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hopefully you have been listening with your whole family. And right at the end, I did want to mention that, one way, and this kind of goes back to Justin a little bit, one way that you can really enjoy Christmas is through other people's eyes, like, your children and
Yes.
and the people around you. And I always like to enjoy Christmas through the eyes of probably our brother who has the most Christmas spirit that I've seen, Little Jiminy, most Christmas spirit out of any
Yeah.
of the brothers every year. And Justin, maybe this will be a good kind of corrective to you in the middle of your Christmas blues. He's his life, little Jiminy, is an aquarium of tragedies, basically. Lots of little tragedies swimming around, and like one,
Okay.
you can just kind of pick them out and see, oh, there's a tragedy over there. There's another. They're all just kind of been dumped into the same.
And they're doing fine.
Aquarium.
The water filter's changed
Constantly.
Constantly.
Yeah.
It's very well maintained.
very well maintained.
Aquarium of
Yes.
tragedy.
And he is small, and that's at the root of a lot of his problems. He gets stepped on a lot, and so he's suffered just a lot of injuries.
Sure.
But he has other emotional kind of disturbances, and he struggled with addiction. He was unfortunate enough to get addicted to the Pfizer COVID vaccine,
Oh.
and that ravaged his
Yeah.
body. It was sad to watch.
Yeah.
You guys, we were all sort of involved with trying.
Well, it was
to,
sad because we loved him.
We loved him,
And what was
Yeah.
happening was bad.
It was bad,
And that was
yeah.
actually
that made me
pretty sad.
Oh, it was so sad, and I had a hard time because he asked me to tie his arm off once to get the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, doctor said he would ask us to do that.
I don't even think it has.
I didn't think
It's just intramuscular.
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
don't think
I
it's
know.
IV,
I said
it's-
it doesn't seem right, Jiminy.
Yeah,
That's how bad he needed it.
but the doctors did say that it would have been better if he had been addicted to some kind of hard drug. It would have been better, just health wise.
Right.
Better for him. I'm not even sure why he wanted to take the Pfizer vaccine over and over again. And then things were also, been tough for Jiminy, just career wise. He was kind of he had a brief period of success as an influencer, kind of at the top of the heap. He would do videos about fighting and wrestling with raccoons in ventilation shafts. But he got demonetized for a video in which he discussed the Daniel Penny trial and said that he viewed himself as a hero on the order of Daniel Penny, and said that the raccoons were like Jordan Neely.
And that's it's interesting.
I thought,
I thought
what
it
are
was,
you doing?
That is a wild thing, but just hearing that again, it made me think of how the kind of the brutal irony of the Penny versus Neely thing.
Yeah.
In that he didn't Neely. Penny didn't Neely.
And he didn't Neely.
Yeah.
No.
Unlike other,
I have no idea.
Right.
I have no idea what
You
you
like
guys are
Derek
talking-
Chauvin?
he Neely'd. Yeah.
He was more of a Neely guy.
Is this okay? I think I know what you're referring to now. Sorry, I was on a vision quest until recently, so
Yeah.
kind of out of it.
Yeah. But anyway, the whole point is that even with kind of all of this chaos in his life, around Christmas, little Jiminy will hang tinsel all over his wheelchair. He paints his oxygen tanks like a candy cane. And he puts his
Like a peppermint stick.
Peppermint stick. He puts his colostomy bag in a stocking. And he is the picture of Christmas cheer.
Wow.
That is the ultimate, like, for a naughty kid.
Yeah.
For that to be the stockings.
Oh yeah, if he got charcoal in there too. That's really bad.
I got coal. What'd you get?
All the food I had yesterday.
It was an orange. These are nuts.
Yeah.
Corn.
What if you? Okay, let's step back a little bit. What if you did look in your stocking and you had loose corn? Just loose corn.
Merry Christmas, and thanks so much for listening to Advanced Answering Techniques. You can send us your questions if you'd like us to treat them this way. You can send those to advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com. And we're usually looking for a audio file of some kind about a minute in length. Anything else we need to get to, guys, right here at the end?
Thanks for listening for the whole year. And
Yes, I did want to actually,
Yeah. Thank you for keeping up with us. Did we start? We're in episode 50, 60,
This is 62.
60. Episode, yeah, so we've been doing it for over a year. We're
Episode
loving
50,
it.
62.
50,
Yep,
62.
that's true. We're in those Rogan numbers. But, thank you. And we do love that we do this.
I did
Dude,
want
you
to,
know what I mean, though?
with no
Yeah.
irony,
We do love to do
with no
this.
irony, we love doing the podcast, so we love that anyone listens to
It's
it.
great.
Yes.
It's really fun, and we really do appreciate everybody out there who listens.
Yeah. I love that we do this.
I think it's cool that it's a small group of collaborators, but we do have people who get
Oh, yeah.
into what we're doing and participate, and that's really fun.
Very fun.
It's-
And it is, like Josh said, with no irony. I finished all my irony yesterday. All my shirts, crisp, clean lines.
Starch.
Wow.
And I think that's where we go out on for the year, boys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See the deep midwinter's failing light, but candles wave and flicker. If your mind looms low as all brains might, and sip this Yuletide liquor. Christmas gleams white on lawn and trees, so banish despair, melancholy. Red and green are Christmas hues, so put away your Christmas blues. Christmas blues. The year goes round like rusted bite. Leaf and branch grow sicker. Death in the brambles bears his bite. Life can't pass much quicker. Christmas gleams white on lawn and trees, so banish despair and melancholy. Red and green are Christmas hues, so put away your Christmas blues. Christmas blues. Christmas blues. Christmas blues. Christmas blues. It's Christmas morn, the King is born, the King was born on Christmas morn. Remember, Christmas gleams white on lawn and trees, so banish despair, melancholy. Red and green are Christmas hues, so put away your Christmas blues.